All right, everyone, welcome back to Dad and Daughters Collectibles. Today, I'm going to be doing a video where I talk to you. So if you're looking for an opening, this is not that video. Appreciate you stopping by. You can give us a like and subscribe anyways if you're here. But we'll have more openings coming up soon. Today, I want to talk about the National Sports Card Convention. We are going, so I said in a previous video, the end of July, we are going to an Indiana Fever game in Indianapolis to watch Caitlin Clark. She's hurt now, but it's a small injury. Hopefully, she's better by then and doesn't miss any time because we and the girls really want to see her play. After that, we are going to Chicago for the weekend as a family for a family trip. Friday and Saturday, we're going to be doing family stuff all day, going to the museums and stuff like that. Thursday, me, Addie, and Rylan are going to be going to the National Sports Card Convention in Chicago. And this video is our first preparation video for it. There's probably going to be one more as we get closer and more things get announced. But if you're interested in going or you want to see maybe how to prepare for future years, this video will start to set the stage for that. What I have up right here is let me just double check that it's recording. It should be on the right screen. I'll double check again later. That this is the site for the National Sports Card Convention. You have until I think the end of June to get tickets. I've already got my ticket for 25 bucks. The kids get in free, which is great. But if you don't get it by the end of June, it goes up to 30 bucks. So $5 difference, not the biggest deal. But if you're going 25 bucks, get it now. There's a lot of information on the site about how to get food, where to park, who's signing autographs, some of the vendors that are going to be there, and that is all great. So, for example, let's see, international experience, not corporate sponsors. Oh, I should have had this one up. But there's a list of all the different vendors that are there. So you got Tops there, you've got Panini, you've got Upper Deck, you've got Leaf. All of them are going to have generally booths, displays, potentially promotional things. That is one of the reasons we want to go. I'll get into some of that info here in a second. The other is, of course, there are going to be, I believe, hundreds, if not thousands of dealers. So many that there's in no way we could get to all of them and look through everything there. So, what I'm going to cover here is our first swipe at what we want to do there. As we get closer, we will get into a little more detail of exactly how much cash we have, which cards we're bringing for trade, etc. But I think it's really important to have a plan. When you're going to something where you're not going to be able to see everything, you got to pick and choose what you want to do. I don't even know how long we're going to be there. I'm guessing 4 to 6 hours, but the girls could just pucker out and just get tired halfway through and we leave at 2 o'clock, right? So I got to be prepared for all those scenarios. I am going to cover the two big vendors because one of the perks of going there is there are some really cool promotions. So the only information out there, and this is on Panini's website, is this is what all they have for 2025 so far this year. They've got the dates. It's in Chicago, of course. The only kind of giveaway they've announced so far or promotion is that be two daily box breaks that the kids can sign up for up to age of 13. So we're interested in those. We'll see what they entail. Obviously, both of my kids are well under 13. They're 8 and 9, so they would be eligible. The question is, what is it? Is it a good deal? Do we want to spend time doing that? We may or may not, but we are interested in that. What is going to be there from Panini and Tops? Well, the best clue is going to be to what they had last year. So this was Panini's announcement about the National last year and all the different things they were doing there. I'm going to hit a couple of the big things that we're going to be looking for. Then hopefully they replicate this year. So there's a VIP party. These silver packs is really one of the things we're going to be looking for. So there are convention exclusive packs. I believe there are 2 cards to a pack. They are just like, buying a pack at a store. There's base, there's numbered cards, there's autos, there's one of ones. You get them for doing certain things, typically buying their products. So last year for Panini, if you purchased any of these products, you would get some silver packs in addition to the product itself. Now, what I don't know is if there are markups at the show. So, secondhand, those silver packs still go for between like $40 and $60. So if you get one, it's has cash, well, doesn't have cash value, right? But you could typically sell it on eBay for $40 to $60. So the question would be for something like, say, 2024 Donruss baseball last year, am I buying that at retail price of $30 and getting the $40 pack for quote free for buying that? Or am I paying $70 for the Donruss box because it comes with the pack? And I don't know the answer to that. That'll be something I have to look into more. But I am very interested in seeing what they offer this year from Panini. Given they are losing NBA and NFL, there could be some really banger deals in here. I really love select baseball, so that could be something we see in here. It'll be really interesting to see what they put in. WNBA would blow me out of the water. I would buy as much of that as I could to get silver packs. We're also really interested in Panini because Caitlin Clark is Panini exclusive, so she's going to be in those convention packs. Tops obviously is going to have the MLB, and I'll show you what they had last year, and that'll be the focus is more baseball. But for sure, for us, we're going to be checking out what they have next year. You can see these aren't like the most exciting products last year, so I'm really hoping maybe they step it up a little bit. If I were to have gone last year, um, I probably would have gotten, baseball, Optic Fast Break basketball, or Donruss Optic basketball megas to get a few of those packs. So that's what Panini had last year. They had these box wars. Again, probably not for us, free case break for kids. So I don't think the boxes were free, but I think um, you could enter the break and they would record you. I don't know exactly what that meant. But again, I think if you go back to this, there are these kids two daily box breaks, right? It's going to be similar to that. So again, we may participate, we may not, but we'll see. It really depends on time. Also, the other thing that's really awesome that Panini had last year that I'm really crossing my fingers is they had this kids crate. You got four products, which are listed here. A one touch, a national a special one touch from the National had a Panini logo. It looked really cool. I mean, what is it, a couple bucks, but it's still really cool. And you get a silver pack with it. So last year for $75, you got an NFL Rookies and Stars, a basketball Donruss value pack, an Absolute Blaster, and a Prism Blaster for $75. At least that's the way this reads. I obviously wasn't there. That alone, the blasters are 25 to 30 plus the value pack. So it's probably $100 worth of cards plus the silver pack. So you're talking like 140 to 150 bucks for 75. I have two kids under 12. So guess what we are going to be on the lookout for will be this kids grade. And I really hope they have it again. The kids, I am not going to be one of those parents who tells their kids to go buy it and then I take it from them or use my money and use my kids. I want them to buy this because it's such a good deal and I want them to keep the cards. So this is really going to be for them because it's such a good deal. So that's my plan to get two of these kids crates, assuming they have them. So that's one we are going to be looking for as well. I think the rest of this is, oh, here's the one touch. Pretty cool, right? So again, what is it? Maybe $5, right? But it's got this Panini Ultra Pro on the top. It's kind of a special design. So again, I think that's pretty cool. All the other vendors may have this as well. Tops last year had these. So Tops is a little more expensive to get some of those special packs. But they had baseball, soccer, yeah, college soccer, and Star Wars. So again, very similar. Baseball, and we will probably be in the baseball college. The Star Wars is somewhat interesting to me. I do like Star Wars, but honestly, I just don't need to collect anything else. I don't need another thing to get into. I'm good with sports. So last year, again, really, really cool stuff. Assuming these are regular retail price, let's say you just bump all these to 25. A 25 Bowman Hobby or Jumbo, a 25 Series 1 Hobby or Jumbo, a 25 Series 2, which will be out by then, Hobby or Jumbo, or a 25 Heritage Hobby. You get a bonus pack with each. And if those are regular retail price, that is a really, really great deal. I would probably jump at 25 Bowman given what they have. Now, I am going to be limited by budget. I'll get into that. That'll be the second video is kind of how much money are we bringing and what do we expect to spend it on? And we'll talk a little bit more about that in the next video as we get into middle of July and those my funds are kind of lined up at that point. College, you had again some Bowman Chrome products that you would get some bonus packs for. Soccer, the same. Star Wars, the same. So again, really good deal. So assuming these are just regular retail price, um, just pays to be there, right? Really excited about that. I don't know what else Tops has. This is all I could really find is they just had these packs. So I'm going to be scouring the internet here as we get close to the convention and making sure I know what's out there so that I can make sure I have what I need. I'm not going to pause the video. My dog needs to leave the room. I'll just keep talking while she leaves. So that is, I'm assuming Leaf, Upper Deck, etc. will have things too. They usually have swag and stuff just for stopping by the booth. So we're gonna scoop up as much of that stuff as we can. All right, doing the slideshow over here. So I had ChatGPT create this. So slight side story. Everyone talks about how great ChatGPT is. It can make a presentation for you. By the time I got all the prompts right to make this, I could have just made it myself. And it's not even that fancy. I was thinking ChatGPT is going to go over the moon for me. Well, this is what I got. So it works. Um, what are our goals when we go there? So we're going to get those packs. We're going to look to see what's there. We're going to have a budget set aside to do that. What is my wish list? My number one is I want to get a WNBA, probably just one numbered Caitlin Clark Selector Prism under number to 100 or less. I'm going to be looking for kind of the best deal I can get. I'm going to be bringing some cards I can trade that we have to kind of contribute to that. So I'm looking for dealers who are going to be open to trades. You've seen some of the cards we have. There's some certain ones that we've opened, like the Prism Draft Picks Mojo to 25, that's kind of a special card to us. It's our first really big Caitlin we opened together as a family. I really want to keep that one really forever if I can. But there are some others that are less special, right? Or that, they don't have a nice color match or whatever, right? So if I can use a couple of those, like a $200 Caitlin Clark, if I can use what else do I have in here? The Cameron Brink WNBA logo prism and get 500 in trade for those and give another couple $100 to get a Caitlin Clark, numbered to 100. That's something I'm very interested in. I really want to get one rookie numbered, preferably graded, or one that I look at and I think I can get a 10 on. Um, so that I would like to have one because I just think she's going to continue to blow up and her cards are just going to keep going up in value. That's really my only goal from a collecting individual card standpoint. Rylan has her wish list, and just like any 8-year old, she has a lot of things on her wish list. She does have a couple of good cards for trade. So some of this she has we told them about this in April. They've been doing chores that we've been giving them money for. They've been saving some birthday money. Grandma's giving them some money. So they're going to have their own little budget and they're going to have a little trade budget that they have for the whole weekend. So I'll have to manage their money appropriately and make sure they're spending it wisely on some of these cards. But these are some of the things she's interested in. Jordan Love. So there's a state of the art insert from Panini Zenith. Not the most popular set, but we just really love the state of the art. It's a picture. We got the Jane Daniels. It's Washington D.C. It's a horizontal card picture of him Washington D.C. It's got some cool art. It's cool. I actually think it's a really cool insert. There's a one for Jordan Love. We have a J.J. McCarthy. We have a Malik Neighbors for all their states that they play for. We don't have the Jordan Love. So I'd really like to get a numbered Jordan Love state of the art. Doesn't have to be graded, just a numbered one for her. That she's really interested in that, and we're gonna try. That might be our needle in a haystack because I don't think there's gonna be a ton of them there. They should be there, and we're just gonna have to go to dealers and try to find them. So that's kind of number one on her list. She really likes all-time greats. So like she has a Michael Jordan jersey. She talks about Tom Brady all the time, even though she probably has only seen highlights of him. So getting a relatively cheap PSA Tom Brady, PSA graded, relatively cheap PSA graded Michael Jordan. Doesn't have to be a 10, but just, something of theirs. She likes the rookie quarterback, so she mentioned Bo Nix, Caleb Williams, or a Drake May, a numbered or an autograph card. Again, doesn't have to be graded. Might be looking out for something like that as well. We're looking for affordable. So especially if she wants to get all this stuff, she's going to have to, you might have to pick and choose because she's not going to have as much budget as I'll have per se, but she will have in the hundreds of dollars. She's got like a Michael Penix stained glass from Mosaic, which is about a $225 card. So that can go a long way in trades, along with a little cash as well. Addie's wish list a little more targeted, a little small. She really wants to get a Cameron Brink autograph, so we'll see if we can find a base select, base prism, non-numbered. She's got some stuff that she might be willing to trade for it as well. So we will be looking for a Cameron Brink autograph card. a PSA 10 Caitlin Clark. So again, I say affordable. So we're probably looking at a base card, maybe a select PSA 10, maybe a Monopoly Prism PSA 10, maybe a silver at that rate, but looking for a Caitlin Clark PSA 10 that she can afford, that she can add to her collection. And then she mentioned this, and I think we'll all do this a little bit, assuming there's time, is just going through the dollar bins. There's going to be a lot of dealers there. A lot of them are just going to have dollar bins, and those deals can go nuts, right? It's $1 per card, but 15 for 10 or 30 for, they kind of scale, right? The more you buy from them, the better deal you get. So we're going to get to the next kind of order of operations here, but we're going to hit some of those dollar bins, hopefully, if we have time. So getting to that order of operations, what are we going to do first? Well, we want to get to those vendor exclusive things. Make sure we get those done. So if there's certain boxes we want to buy, if there's certain giveaways we want to get in, if there's a box break we want to do as we get those details, we want to make sure we get those things done first because those are the things that you have to do there, right? If you don't get a Jordan Love state of the art, you can keep looking on eBay, you can keep looking on different sites, you can eventually find one. You can't go back in time to get the the on-site exclusive deals, right? So those are the ones we're going to do first. So we're going to hit those big booths, make sure we get those, any giveaways, any things we want to participate in. Now we're going to go looking for those singles. We're going to This is Chat GPT adding track the targets. I'm assuming that means track those cards that we had targeted. We'll do those dollar bins last as we have time and we kind of hit things we want to get done. And of course, just keep our eyes out for deals and any other surprises that may be there. So the other purpose of this video is I know a lot of people, one of the real joys that I've experienced making this channel is connecting with other people. There are certain folks who I talk to weekly, and it's just in the comments. It's 30 seconds to a minute. I leave a message, they leave a message. We support each other. It's friendly, it's cordial, and I love it. I really do. I look forward to seeing certain people's videos each day. I look forward to commenting on them. I look forward to them commenting on my stuff. Uh, it's a great little community. I'm a small channel, but I have those 10 or 15 people that I can count on to be there for me, and hopefully they think the same about us as well. So, why do I give you that big lead in? So, if you are one of those people, and I'm going to name some channel names on here, and if I leave you out, it's not on purpose. It's just I don't have any of them written down off the top of my head. But like Stuff Geeks Rips, Vance Lake Cards, Life of Hobbies, Old Guy, few others. Again, if I left you out, don't feel like you're not included in this. But if you're someone who regularly comments on my videos or I comment on yours, um, and you're not going to the national, but there's things you're interested at there, reach out to me. Um, I'm going to hit my last bullet point here. I'm just a random guy on the internet. I get that, and you'd be putting a lot of trust in me to do this. But um, if you can get to that level of trust and are willing to get me some money up front and say, hey, can you get me some silver packs? Or can you get me, I want to get a Bowman 20, if Bowman's one of the products for Tops, can you give me a Bowman hobby box and the bonus packs, right, with it, or whatever that is, so that I can bring them back to Wisconsin and then ship them to you. Um, I'm willing to do that for you, is basically what I'm saying. I can't get dozens of things. I'm gonna have a carrying limit. I just not that they're enforcing anything, but I just can only carry so much. But if there are two, three, four, five of you that want to get a hobby box there or a few blasters that are eligible for these as the information comes out, I am absolutely willing to do that for you. No markups, no finder's fees. I'll show you how much it costs me to buy them. I will show you how much it costs me to ship them. And that's really all I need. Just make sure you cover those costs. The other thing, and I say it on there, I'll need the payment up front. I don't have infinite money. I don't want to put stuff on a credit card. So if you know ahead of time, hey, I want I'll use the Panini example. Let's say you go, hey, I want to get 3 silver packs, and in order to get that, I want to buy 3 24 Donruss baseball blasters. That plus tax should be about $100, another $10 to ship it. Send me $110. We can work that out via email. Um, then I've got that money up front. I can buy it at the convention, ship it to you when I get home, give you a tracking number, insure it, etc. Make sure it gets there and you're covered if you don't. Um, I'd like to do that as a favor to you. Again, no markup required. I was talking with one person about this already, and they're like, "Oh, you're doing all this work. I would feel like I owe you something." I don't mean this in a mean way. If I were in that situation, I was asking someone to do, I would certainly offer them. If you feel like you want to do that, fine. Like I'm not going to judge you either way. Money's tight for everybody. If you're like, hey, you're doing me this favor, here's an extra $20, great. I'm not going to say no. If you can't afford it, I'm not going to look at you any other way either. I'm not going to judge you for it. It's do what you can do, and really, I don't expect anything for it. So my point is, if you're one of those people who's helped my channel grow, who hopefully I've helped your channel grow, who you enjoy interacting with me, and I can do this favor for you, reach out to me. My email is the same channel name, all one word, at Gmail. Um, let's talk. Let's figure out as details come out what you might want, how much we think that might cost together, how to get that money to me. I've got PayPal, I can set up Venmo, etc. Um, so that we're covered and you can get, you can have some extra cool content for your video that not everybody else is going to have. And hey, maybe you open something awesome along the way. If you're not sure what those cards look like, just do a Google search for like national. Uh, Heck, I can do it right now. 2024 Panini National Convention cards. Um, this is what the packs look like, but here's an example of some of these. You see numbered cards. I can even do a Caitlin Clark. The Caitlin Clark is really cool. It's a rated rookie. I really like the kind of this pose that she's in. So like this is what it was last year. Again, exclusive to the convention. You can't go buy these in packs anywhere else. So if this is something you're interested in, if you're one of those people who, again, I've helped you grow, you've helped me grow, we're commenting regularly, please reach out. I'd love to do it for you. Again, it puts your trust in an internet rando like me. But I can tell you, I'll come through for you if you're interested. So that's it. That's where we're at with national convention prepping. We got about it'll be about a month before mid-July. There'll be a follow-up. Is kind of what I'm getting at. All the information will hopefully be out at that point. We'll have some more honed in budget numbers, so I'll know exactly kind of how much cash I'll have. I'm really hoping to get my next PSA submission back right around that time, so that I can know which cards I'm going to bring for trade. I'll show those as well, and we'll have an updated game plan at that point, and we will see if we can execute it on the national day of the national. So I'm going to be there. I guess the other thing I'll point out is if you're planning on being there and you're a regular watcher of my channel, or even just someone who came across this, we are going to be there Thursday of the convention. So that is, I believe, the 30th. No, the 31st, because I think the game's on the 30th. So Thursday the 31st, I believe, is the day we're going to be there. It's the only day we're going to be there. We're leaving from Indianapolis that morning. It's a couple hour drive, so we'll probably be there between 10 and 11 and try to be there most of the mid-afternoon day. We'll probably leave before dinner because, again, you've been around kids, hangry is a real thing, right? So be there most of the day. If that is the day you're going to be there and you're like, hey, let's meet up, I also would love to do that. Just shake some hands, say hi to some folks who I've been chatting with online. So if you're going to be there, reach out as well. So that is it for this video. One more to come on this in about a month. Again, reach out if you're interested, if you're going to the national, and let me know what you're looking for. I would love to hear what other people are looking for, or things that you've experienced in the past that are usually there every year that I should be looking out for. Please feel free to comment in the comments so that I can keep an eye out for those things, since this will be my very first convention. With that said, thanks everybody for watching. Give us a like and subscribe, and remember, girls are collectors too.